All right, here we go. Oh,
What was that?
I just uppercutted my phone into my microphone, and I thought I just broke the screen. I just had a heart attack. I just had a mini panic attack just now. Oh my god.
that is fantastic. Welcome to the Magic of Animation, where we explore the enchanting world of Disney, from the classics we grew up with to the latest releases. We'll take a deep dive into the artistry, storytelling, the unforgettable characters, and the pure magic that makes these movies timeless. So whether you're a lifelong Disney fan or new to the magic, sit back, relax, and join us as we embark on our journey through the wonderful, magical world of animation. It's a beautiful night, so grab your spaghetti and come with us as we discuss Lady and the Tramp. My name is Joey, and I had everyone take a quiz to find out what dog they were. And I am a Great Dane, and I'm joined by the Pit Bull Dequan.
Hello.
And the Pit Bull Kevin.
Hey there.
And the Pit Bull Mike.
I got that dog in me.
That's great.
I'm not entirely sure how you guys all got Pit Bull.
We the three pit bulls, baby. We all got that dog in us.
I
We're
thought
meant to be together.
I thought for sure I was going to be a lab when I took the test.
I didn't know there was anything other than Pitbull.
I thought I was gonna get a golden retriever.
Oh,
but
not
I guess
lab,
you
golden
know,
retriever is what I meant.
I thought I was gonna get a chihuahua.
So
Well,
no
I guess
lie,
I didn't read the fine print.
no lie. Before I found that quiz, I was just going to assign you guys dogs with what dog I thought of. And Kevin, I was going to say golden retriever. I couldn't think of anything for Dequan. And Mike, I was literally going to say chihuahua. And that's when I was like, maybe I should have you guys take quizzes because I don't want to offend you by calling you a chihuahua.
I wouldn't be offended. Tiny, angry, and feisty.
Almost feel like they should give us all a different quiz, just so we wouldn't end up getting the same thing.
That's amazing.
Well, how would it be that we all get, like, all three of us get Pitbull? And I thought when I saw Dino's answer, I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be awkward. It's because it's gonna be like Pitbull, something else, and then another Pitbull. And then Kevin got to us. Oh, that's great.
I think it was rigged. I think it's just a Pitbull quiz. Joey
Yeah,
lied.
Joey's the nominee.
What kind of pit bull are you?
Yeah, right?
And what kind of Pitbull?
Let's jump right into Pooh's 100-acre check-in. How has everybody's week and a half been?
Well, obviously, as you can tell, very, very tiresome for me. Extremely. Other than that, it's been all right.
Kevin?
Mine's been good. Just been getting ready for a trip and celebrating birthday. It's been nice.
Nice. Mike?
Good. Just been good. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Busy weekend. Socialized too much, but what are you gonna do?
Socializing more.
No.
Socialize until you can't socialize no more.
My
Double down.
perfect weekend is sitting on the couch watching Disney movies.
I respect it.
Anything more than that is too much work. So stats from Baymax. Where is this list of stats? There it is. Lady and the Tramp was released by Disney Animation on June 22nd in 1955. It is based off of Happy Dan, the Cynical Dog, and Lady and the Tramp, The Story of Two by Ward Green. And it was produced by Walt Disney, of course. It had a budget of $4 million. It made $6.5 million, and I believe it has made a lifetime earning of $187 million.
Not bad.
It has a 93 tomato meter and 80 in audience score. Which I was kind of surprised with the 93, but what are you going to do? So we're doing something a little different today. We're going to skip the dive into memories. We're just going to state our memories if we have any in the legacy section of the movie review. So with Timon and Pumbaa's movie review, how was everybody's overall enjoyment?
Whew, I love this movie. More than I originally thought. I had a little bit of gripes, so I guess I wouldn't say I loved. I enjoyed this movie at a higher degree than most.
Yeah, you've been talking about this movie for a while, so
Yes.
knew you were gonna like it. I don't remember liking this movie too much. It was okay, but watching it again for some reason, I really enjoyed it, and I don't know why. Because usually Disney movies, I really like the ones that are really funny, and this one really isn't that funny. So I don't know why I like it so much.
It's enjoyable because I'm in the same boat. I really liked it.
That's good.
I feel like this one has like, I guess I want to say like a stronger story. It almost feels like
It
than
does.
some of the past ones. I don't know if it's just like emotional based or it's just like it just feels like a stronger story.
Huh. When doing my rankings, I was thinking about the story, and I didn't give it a very high ranking, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know.
You know, like I just feel like it had more sustenance. It had more to pull you in, more for you to like care about.
Yeah,
I
there's
agree.
more
In a way.
stakes for sure.
Yeah.
Like the stakes really made you concerned, other than
Yeah.
you really never feared for Peter Pan and Wendy.
Yeah. Maybe it was more relatable.
Yeah, possibly.
It was definitely relatable. Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I mean, people love dogs.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, it had a lot, you know, it resonated with a lot of different groups of people.
Yeah, like trying to discipline the puppy and then just giving in to the cuteness and letting it do what it wants.
Mm-hmm.
As
Only
we all
one
should.
night goes on for multiple nights.
Yeah. Mike.
No, it was good. Very enjoyable.
Okay.
I basically smiling almost the whole time.
That's good. That's good. That would make for an enjoyable watch.
In fact, I liked this so much. I almost considering, because I liked this more than Peter Pan. I was about to say like, I want to lower my enjoyment of Peter Pan to 7 instead of 8, but I'm like, nah, I'll leave it at an 8. But I did enjoy this one a lot more.
Yeah. So I liked very much that Lady thought that their names was John Deere and Darling, or Jim Deere. Jim Deere.
All right.
It's great because she immediately picks up like that's just what they call each other, and it's like that's their name.
So she knew. She's smart.
She was like, okay, calls him, what was it, John Deere? Was it?
Jim.
Jim Deere, thank you. And it's like, that's all she hears, so that's immediately his name. And then, what did he call her? Like, just Deary?
Darling.
Darling, that's what, oh, Darling's back again!
Yeah.
Oh no! It came back! It became her actual name!
Yeah, we I think Jim Deere is a strange pet name for your husband.
You gotta remember what time it was in, though. You gotta remember time.
Yeah.
And the time era says it all.
Yeah. That was, I believe, a common thing from what I looked up.
Sure. I can't deny that. And then the scene at Tony's in the back alley it's got to be one of the most iconic scenes in cinema history.
It actually
I'm
is.
not gonna
Yeah.
lie to you. I was not expecting that scene to happen as fast as it actually did. I thought
Right.
it was more of a build up to that scene.
Yeah.
I
The
thought
way
it was
that they
around the
portray
end.
it, it's always like the main event of the movie, but it happens smack dab in the middle.
All right.
But do you guys want to move on to storyline and plot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I didn't grab the I can't even pronounce that word, so I'm not going to attempt it.
What, that one here?
The the description.
Synopsis?
Yeah, that word. Let me pull it up real quick. I'm a bad host. Sorry, guys. Well, it's not very long. It says a romantic tale of a sheltered uptown Cocker Spaniel dog and a streetwise downtown mutt.
I mean, that sums it up.
You're right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked the fact that one of the villains was a dog catcher. I remembered him being a bigger problem than he was.
But can we really consider him a villain, though?
I mean, he is just doing his job, but to the dogs, he's the
Right.
villain.
Like, he's just doing his job. And on top of it, he's really nice about it, too, though.
No, there's 2 prominent villains. Technically 3.
Yeah,
Well,
there's
yes.
3 villains.
Yes.
There's 3 prominent villains who actually made me generally so angry.
Oh, yeah.
So angry.
Dude, to be honest with you, only one of them made me angry.
I feel you. I already think I know because I
No.
feel you.
You know exactly which one.
Oh,
So-
the anger.
Before we get into that, when we were watching this, my wife was like, I've never noticed this before. That baby's like a month old and they're leaving it to go on vacation.
They already had that vacation planned. They can't just let their,
Take the
their
kid with
funds
you.
go to waste.
You would think that is strange, but it apparently is not as strange as you'd think.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I know someone who basically did that within the first months of their child being born. They're like, "We're gonna go on vacation. Can you watch them for us? Can you watch my baby for us?"
I think I
It was only like 4 days or something, but also they were gone a long time on that vacation. Where did they go?
I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
My
Yeah.
my son is over a year old and I'm going on a vacation by myself in a couple days and I am dreading it. I'm like having anxiety about it. And he's over a year old.
Is it because you're gonna miss them?
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, "I'm taking it with me. You can't stop me."
I've lived with my wife for about 5 years now. I've never been apart from her for more than 12 hours at work. And I've never been away from my son other than work.
Ooh. You might want to get yourself some anxiety kits.
About to be a much different trip for you.
Yeah, we'll see how it
Hopefully
goes.
you don't worry too much. You know.
FaceTime them.
Tell you what, I'm going to be on our camera app so much because I'm going to be so stressed out about that. But do you guys want to say anything about, because I didn't take any notes on in between them leaving and lady running away, so do you guys want to say anything
I
about
would
that?
say, like the thing is to like about lady running away. Like originally in my head, I thought to myself, no, I don't want her running away. But then I thought to myself, no, actually, it's a good idea for lady to run away. Hope she's gone the entire time before her family members come back, so they can realize how terrible of a person that aunt was.
So my wife also pointed this out because it was terrible that the aunt took lady to get a muzzle. Like, this ain't your dog, you can't be putting a muzzle on it.
Absolutely.
And what my wife pointed out that she had never noticed and I had never noticed, where was the baby?
In the car.
Yeah.
The baby was in the car. The thing that bothers
Being
me
watched
too.
by those 2 cats.
The thing
Right.
I also find extremely wild is the fact that the cats were on the other side of the house on the ground acting like they were hurt, while Lady was tied up underneath drapes. So how can Lady possibly hurt them and then somehow get herself tied up under drapes? It don't add up.
I mean, the aunt had tunnel
was
vision,
carrying-
man.
Yeah, she was seeing what she wanted to see.
Yeah,
Very
she
true.
already didn't like ladies, so.
They were already against her from the beginning.
I also blame the parents on that too. Clearly, the auntie's a cat person and don't like dogs. So
Yep.
why would you not evaluate her before letting her in your home?
Because they had to go on vacation and she was probably the only option.
Awful. Awful, I say.
I also thought it was incredibly clever of Tramp to get those two guys to start fist fighting each other so that they can get into the zoo.
I thought
Yeah.
that was so awful, though, because that poor individual did nothing wrong, and his days have been ruined.
Oh, but Tramp played all the right cards. Like when the guy was like, "This ain't my dog," he jumped in his arms and started licking him. And, oh, it was so good.
I also want to
Man
say
who knows his way. He's got that street smarts.
I also want to say this movie do show a good point of peer pressure. Well, a lady was peer pressured to doing a lot of things, but at the same time, she had a clear mind to not do some things. But the one thing that she caved on was chasing chickens, and that led to her demise.
I think it's because before, like, he wasn't really trying to, he wasn't leading her into anything bad. In fact, he was just trying to help her.
That is very
The
true.
only bad part is the chicken part. And I saw this man look at that the chicken, and he get that face. I'm like, oh no, what are you thinking? Stop! And then he was like, "Have you ever chased chickens?" I'm like, oh no! Swear it all goes wrong.
I'll be honest, when he poked his head in there and barked, and they all started freaking out and flew out, I was like, and he ran out and he looked around happy. I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine, you're done. And then he started chasing them, and then gunshots was going off. I'm like, dude, are you insane?
The aunt also did another terrible thing. She bought a doghouse for a dog that's not hers and made her stay in it outside. This very pampered dog she made stay outside in the rain.
Yeah, no, the aunt will have. The craziest part about all of this, too, I don't think the aunt even got reprimanded for any of it.
Nope.
And I hate that.
Yep.
Just gets to get away with it.
And then a rat got in the house and Tramp came to the rescue. Like, he didn't even hesitate.
So, the thing I also want to touch on with the rat thing, like, what was that rat's problem? Why was the rat such a giant conflict? Like,
Because
if the rat
rats
got
are
in the
rats,
house,
man.
like,
They don't
if the
care.
rat got in the house, like, what? So that rat was evil for a particular reason? Because the rat knew they didn't want it near the baby. And what did it do? It intentionally went towards the baby. Like, bro, go to the kitchen, get some food. What is the baby doing to you?
And then unfortunately Tramp knocked over the crib, and that is bad.
Yeah.
I felt so bad because I he didn't mean to. He just needed to grab the rat immediately away and just momentum.
He was seeing red.
He had tunnel vision as well. He was locked in.
But the aunt locked him in the closet, and then the dog catcher came to take him, and I loved the fact that Lady's two friends who didn't like him the whole time realized what he did and went to save him.
Because apparently it is a dog's job. Not a dog job, it's like instinct for a dog to attack like rodents around the house. My two dogs, well, my dog and my niece's dog, apparently there was a rodent in the backyard, and they both attacked it. I did not even know until I heard a mouse squealing. And I was like, huh, good to know.
And then I also liked that somehow Lady got her own that Lady got her owners to join the chase.
Right?
I like that they actually were like listening to the dog and not the aunt.
Right.
Who was like, oh, this dog's being banned. Like, no, she's trying to tell us something. There's something wrong here. There's something that happened.
That's because they know their dog, and I wish they would have conveyed that information to the aunt to let her know, hey, yeah, Lady's like this, Lady's like that. She's very pampered. She only gets active when there is something wrong. Please pay attention to her. But they did none of that. They just said, gotta go.
Also, I love the fact that Lady got super protective of the baby. Looked at it for one glance, and it was like protection mode.
Yeah.
All the time. That even she was like mad at the the baby's parents, right? Her owner. She was mad at them. Like, how dare you leave him?
That's how most dogs are.
Yep.
They see a baby and they instantly think it's its protector, which they are, kinda. So.
It's cute.
Yeah.
Made me happy.
That is all I have for storyline and plot. If you guys want to move on to characters.
And that's all I got for storyline and plot as well.
Yeah.
Mike?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I said,
Characters. Immediately, Lady as a puppy was absolutely adorable.
Yeah.
Like
Shoot, Lady as an adult is adorable too. Like,
Correction,
cutest-
lady in general is adorable.
you spit in.
the cutest Disney character ever, adorable. I
Well-
could not handle how
That's
adorable she
debatable.
was.
Oh,
Who-
that's a tie with Dumbo though.
No,
Like-
no.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. I think my favorite scene in this movie. Let me not say my favorite scene. Let me just say this. I just really love the voice actress for Lady. Just she nailed everything perfectly. Everything.
I actually really liked all the voice acting in this. I thought it was all like really good and really well done.
I
Yeah.
agree with that. I agree with that. But it was just like something about like the way that she depicted Lady was just well done.
Like honestly, the humans were voice acting okay, but the like all the dogs and animals basically, I was like, man, these are really good. I like them. I liked
Right.
every one of them. Oh, there's one right now.
Denali, bro.
My next note is adult lady is pretty cute too. So
I was one step ahead of you.
yeah, all the characters were very well designed, I think.
Yes. There was a point in the beginning where I was kind of getting frustrated with like the husband, Jim. I was getting kind of frustrated with him in the beginning when he kept trying to put, like, when I see him first put Lady in the the kitchen, I'm like, bro, you are not serious, right? And then he walked away, I'm like, bro, and he kept like being quiet, and trying to lock her in there. I was actually getting kind of annoyed. I was like, bro, if you do not bring that puppy up to your dang room, that is a big house, bro, and that is a newborn puppy. Bring it up to the room.
I think my favorite, not favorite, sorry. I keep saying favorite because I just love this movie. But I do love the scene where like she was knitting for like the baby's clothes, and then like Lady's trying to tug on it, and then she goes over and she taps the Lady. Because dogs are super dramatic when you raise your hand to them, and she's like, "It didn't hurt," but that was I just love it.
Well, it was
Yeah.
also, again, she said that was the first time that she's ever done that. It's not that it
Exactly.
hurt, but it was like, that's different.
Yeah,
That's
dogs are just
not how you normally
super
react.
dramatic. That's what I love about it. Like they convey how dramatic dogs are.
Also, I was kind of like, you can't just take her out for a quick walk. You can't just toss the ball a little bit. Like, maybe it was on the animation, but I'm literally thinking this is like, the early stages before it's like, more painful or more difficult to walk and get around.
But no, like if she tossed a ball, like 9 times out of 10, Lady would bring it back for her to toss it again, and then the knitting would just no longer be a thing.
You could kick the ball. She could kick the ball.
That's true.
That's
That
what
is
I was
very-
thinking. I was like, you just kick it with your foot. And that
Yep.
knitting, you have 9 months to get that done, lady. You can take your dog for a walk.
Tramp was a pretty tough dude, huh? He took on 3 dogs by himself in
They
one.
My man knows how to fight. He got them street smarts.
They were way bigger than him
Right.
and way more dangerous.
He's a scrapper.
He was
Been around the
all around
block.
well-rounded.
Right?
And we already talked about it a little bit, but the cats were buttholes.
Hey, yep.
Yes.
Also, I want to speak on Trusty as well. That's my dude. Trusty
Yes, sir.
Like, and I just love how he just proved, he proves Jacques wrong. He was like, "Look, bro, you don't know me. I've been doing this for years, bro. Come on now."
Tramp was a dog, literally and figuratively, because all the pound dogs were talking about all the other dogs that he messed around with.
Right?
Yeah.
Even what was the one? What was the one with the
Which
one
one was Trusty?
He was
Trusty was
the bloodhound.
Oh, yeah. That dude. Yeah, great. Love him.
I'm trying to remember her name. I can't remember her name. One of the pound dogs. I can't remember her name right now.
I knew who you're thinking of, the one that sings.
Yes, her. I
Mhm.
can't think of her name right now, but my thing about her is like, I liked her design, but I hate that she had like mascara in a way. I thought that was really weird. But like I'm
Yeah.
sitting here, I'm like, I mean, like most of the pound dogs look like pound dogs, but you could probably actually take her in and you won't be able to tell that she's a pound dog.
I think they added that for like the specific look of being a more of matured person.
Her name was
Alright.
Peg, by the way.
Peg, thank you. I could not remember her name for the life of me.
Also, can we talk about how the ant sucks?
The ant is the
Because
worst.
the ant sucks.
Man,
Yeah.
She's
And-
She was so
person.
closed-minded.
She was just
right?
ugh, vomit inducing.
Wait, I gotta talk about a character that we glossed over. This character right here, Mr. Beaver, or Mr. Busy. Mr. Busy was his name.
the beaver.
Yes. I'm just saying that scene when the log was tumbling, he died. I don't care what he said. He died. He got choked up by that log in the leash. I was like, yo. She wrapped around it like 3 times. I'm like, there's no way this guy survives.
The last thing I have for characters is Jim Deere and Darling are the best dog owners. They let Tramp stay with them and then let Lady's friends join them on Christmas.
Following that, so they also allow the lady to, have kids at
And
such
keep
an
'em.
early stage. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they were friends long enough to have kids. I'm just saying.
You never
Yeah,
know.
and like you said earlier, like they trusted her. Like they didn't question her once. You know, as soon as they got home and the aunt had locked her up and everything, like instantly, like they're like, like what's wrong?
All right, and I did think it was really cute when like, lady always thought that like, she was listening to Tramp's words about like babies and whatnot, his stories, but
Yeah,
Jim and Darling was like, look at your sister, and like they did not treat her any way different. It was like, we know how much this baby means to us. It's gonna mean the same to you, and I was like, that's amazing, because
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
it looks
Like-
like not everyone, but some people are very particular with not having babies near dogs. But like they knew their dog well enough to be able to trust.
yep.
Like the sole fact that the Jim literally comes up, picks her up, so she can look at her, and then like they do the whole removing the cover scene. I was like, it's adorable.
That is all I have.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so visuals and animation. I think they did a good job moving forward with the animation. I don't think they made any like leaps and bounds forward, but I think they moved at least one step forward. Which, as long as you're going forward, that's all right.
Right.
I think the animation was very well done on Lady specifically.
Oh,
I loved
absolutely.
watching her walk and run because the
Absolutely.
hair, the ears, they
Right.
just flopped around. I was literally like, I am like being overloaded with how adorable this dang dog is. I just wanted to like watch her run. I want to watch this animation because it is so just like fluid, but like fluffy, but like bouncy. It was good. It was so well done. But there was one gripe I had in the animation.
That is.
When they showed the baby,
Yeah, it
I
was pretty
do
rough.
not know why it did not match at all.
Right.
The art was so off.
Yeah, it was like not hyper realized, but it was like one of those type of what was that painting called? The very fancy painting of the lady. I can't think of her name.
Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa.
Yeah, it was like almost like stylized like that, and it was jarring.
I almost thought for a second, I'm like, is that just a picture of a real baby, but like outlined with like a colored pencil or something? Because it looked like it was like stencil drawn. It didn't like match
Yeah,
its
did not-
animation.
did
It
not
was so
fit.
like jarring to me the whole time.
Yeah.
Which is wild when you think about it, because later at the end of the movie you see Jim Jr. and Jim Jr. quite literally looks like everyone else within the animation.
Mm-hmm. It was like just that one part with the baby. I'm just like, what?
Oh.
That is so weird.
I just noticed my 2 notes from now. It says the baby in the bassinet looks weird.
It's
But I do like what they did with the calendars and the time jump when it was like fading to black and then the outline of the calendar was coming up and then a bunch of scene. I don't know.
No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Like on the topic of like what Mike was saying about like the like ladies animations. I also want to say I do like how they did the other dogs animations. Every dog had their own unique walking cycle, like a different walking animation and whatnot. Like Jacques, he had like a little. His legs were barely moving. He was just mostly just bouncing across the floor. Trusty was kind of like dragging really slow, kind of like how Shaggy's legs move in Scooby Doo, like long, over exaggerated steps.
That's a fantastic comparison.
Actually, it's funny you mention that. Okay, so you know when Lady gets the collar?
Yeah.
It looked like
I
Scooby-Doo.
found it so... Yeah, I immediately thought of Scooby-Doo because it was the light blue collar on, like, the brown fur. I was like,
the same
why
thing.
am I thinking of Scooby-Doo?
And then it was the same diamond, like, license as well.
Like the gold and stuff. I was like, yo, wait a minute.
Yeah, but back to what you were saying about the different animation of the way that they were walking. I wouldn't be surprised if they brought a bunch of different types of dogs into the studio and watched them like they did with the wildlife and Bambi.
That would be
Yes, they did actually.
Oh,
They
look at
did.
that.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Kevin
I got
with
some
his
notes on
knowledge.
that stuff. Yep. And actually, did you know that that the real Tramp is actually a girl?
What?
Yes, yes. So one of the writers, everybody was looking around for inspiration, for the movie, and one of the writers spotted the perfect dog running around the neighborhood and tried to coax it over and coming over to their house, but the dog was too quick and shy, and after not being able to find it again, the writer checked the city pound where he found the perfect Tramp.
Wow.
And Disney actually adopted the dog, who had been just hours away from taking the long walk herself, and Disney let her live in a private area behind Disneyland.
Wow.
That's absolutely awesome. That's really awesome. Last thing I want to speak about on characters as well is
We're not even in the character section.
We're on
I
animation.
mean, not character. Sorry, animation. Sorry. I meant to say animation. I just like the particular view that Tramp and Lady were looking at,
Oh yeah, that was
like
good.
over the mountain. I was like, that is so well, like, cause like the inner like city suburbs was like finely detailed, while like in the distance it was like it wasn't like a mush or anything like that, but the colors kind of blended together, showing like the beauty and the mystery of the situation.
Yeah. I have a note on that in world building. The last note I have is the animation of the muddy road at the end when they're chasing. That was really good. Like they got the shine right, they got the trenches right, they got the puddles right. It was amazing.
Right, which makes me think to myself, where was the sewer drains? Because that was a lot of water in them streets.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. One more thing on animation. The scene where Jim gifts Lady on Christmas, that actually happened. Walt did that to his wife.
Now, did
Where,
they
you
holes
know-
in that box?
No,
Yeah,
that was
I don't
something
know.
I was looking at for that, because I was like, how long have you had that dog? You better just put that dog in that box, because that was something that was making me mad at Jim too.
Like 4 Christmases ago, I was planning on getting my wife a puppy for Christmas, and I was trying to figure out how the heck I was supposed to hide it from her without having it in a box, because it would die.
Quite literally, the only way to do that, man, is to like have like a relative like
Right.
bring the puppy over and then have her open the door. That's like the only way you can really do that.
Right?
Or
Yeah.
you get ready to adopt it around Christmas, and you have a picture of him and be like, this is a puppy we're getting. And then, you go there to pick it up.
That too.
We didn't do it. We already had 2 dogs, so we were like, nah, it's too much.
Yeah.
I've always wondered how you would do that, because as a kid, I always wanted a dog. Never got one, but I always wanted one. And usually sometimes around Christmas and stuff, my parents would be like, oh, we got something big and special. And the first thing I think of is, I'm getting a dog. It never happened,
man.
though.
Every Christmas, Mike goes down the stairs super excited and then leaves disappointed.
I don't leave disappointed. I'm just like, no dog. Okay.
I don't remember what I was going to say. Oh, speaking of dogs getting adopted for Christmas, around February, March, April is like the biggest time for dogs to be strays, because people get dogs for Christmas and then realize that they can't handle them and either let them loose or take them to the pound.
Yep.
Which is how I got my dog, because my sister found her on the side of the road in March.
That's so sad.
Yep.
But it's sad because it's like, it feels like at those moments that's like a jump in like an impulse decision, because it's like, that's what I want, but you don't think about what you have to do.
Yep.
And then it sucks because the people don't think, okay, so I wanted this and I got it, and I'm realizing it's harder. Instead of being like, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to step up so I can still take care of it, it's like, I'll just get rid of it. Like it's not a toy. It's a living creature.
Right.
Don't do that. Either think ahead and plan and be like, can I actually, take care of it, or step up to the plate so you can take care of it.
Well, the problem with that is that people, I'm gonna assume here that most of the time it is men gifting it to their women or their kids because they can't come up with a better gift. So they're like, oh, this gift is gonna blow their mind. And then the people who are getting it aren't necessarily assuming they're getting a dog for Christmas, so they're not ready for the commitment.
Yeah, think better on that.
Yeah. Just think harder about the gifts you give your partners and kids, man.
It's not hard. It's always the thought that counts.
All right, so I do have to apologize. There's a festival going on across the street from my house, and they're blowing off fireworks right now, so if you can hear that, I'm sorry. And my dog's barking because of it. But we're gonna go to music/soundtrack if you guys are good with it.
Mm-hmm.
I am indeed good with it.
Okay, so the song that lady sang in her head about the baby creeped me out big time. I don't know why. It just creeped me out the way she was singing it.
I didn't find it creepy. I just found it like it was just a song. It was like the way she was singing it was in, curiosity.
Yeah, and then I don't know the name of the song during the spaghetti scene. Maybe it's This Is the Night. Oh, okay. That's a great song.
Yeah, it's not original though.
It's not?
Nope.
Wow.
That's why I couldn't give it credit. That's I was gonna say that the score for this wasn't amazing. It was kind of subpar.
Yep.
It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great.
Yeah, because
with the original songs.
The next song
There's
is
just nothing really memorable.
Right, because the next song is He's a Tramp, But I Love Him, and that's not very good.
Yeah, it's meh. It's got a good beat to it, but it's.
I
I
remember
would say there
Tramp.
is one song there is very memorable.
Oh, yeah.
What?
We Are Siamese.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't
Yes.
mention
Song
that
is
because
extremely memorable.
that's not memorable for the right reasons.
Well, it's mostly memorable because it was stuck in people. It's a song that does get stuck in people's heads.
It's mostly memorable because it's racist beyond get out.
Well, that's now. At the time, though, that's not why.
Yeah, at the time it was mostly just to the fact that it was very easy to repeat, and the voices they gave it was catchy, earworms to be exact.
Yeah. I always remembered Tramp having a song, but maybe that's in the second one, because the second Lady and the Tramp is like the most prominent sequel other than the Lilo and Stitch sequels that I can remember.
Is it?
Yeah.
Huh. Had no clue.
So maybe he has a song in that, but I remembered him having a song. Maybe I'm just making it up. But that was a very short segment because there's nothing really to say about music. Guys want to move on to humor?
Actually,
Whoa.
actually, in doing a little more research, I need to revoke my previous statement. Bella Notte was written for Lady and the Tramp.
Hey,
Really?
Yeah, so my apologies there.
accuser.
You accuser. Yeah, no, it's my apologies. That I'll give it. I'm gonna have to up it a couple points for that. That song, I thought it was too good to be true.
So for humor, again, it's going to be short because I don't really have much, but the croc was just going to straight up eat Lady. He was like, oh, you're giving me a free meal? Okay.
Yeah.
I want to say one thing here. There seems to be a lot of crocodiles in Disney movies.
Right?
and I'm
I
not against
mentioned that
this.
in Peter Pan.
Like, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm not against this, man. I hope the next movie has a crocodile in it too.
And then the only other one I have is Tony's sous chef was giving them bones, and Tony smacked the tray out of his hand and was like, get him real food.
Yeah, I did like when those two argued. Them
Yeah,
arguing
it's
was
good
pretty
stuff.
funny to me. I think the only other humor thing that I found funny, and everybody else might not find this funny, it's probably just a me thing, but I do find it hilarious that Jacques and Rustin and Trusty was going to confess their love for Lady, and it was just like the buildup of them trying was funny to me.
When did that
But I don't
happen?
know. You don't remember when that happened? Like, they both approached her after she came from the pound, and they were going to confess their love with her.
Huh.
And she said, like, no, they're too kind, but she's not interested and whatnot.
Okay.
Didn't even get his words out. Bad timing too. I don't know if that was
Very
the
bad
right,
timing. I
right
don't know.
moment to go confess, but
Yeah, I don't know why they decided to confess at that time. It was just awful timing.
Yeah. Mike or Kevin, you guys got anything for humor?
No.
Okay.
not really. I'm not trying to say the movie wasn't like funny, but
Oh, you
I
can say
didn't
it.
necessarily laugh at anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I was smiling watching the movie because it was very enjoyable, but that's not in the same sense as humor where I would have actually chuckled or laughed at something.
Yeah. World building. They did. Man, what the heck was that? They did a good job building the world within their house and yard, and then with their neighbors'
Oh,
houses as
yes.
well.
Even though I wish we would have saw the inside of the neighbors' houses, but I digress, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they did a good job building the world in general. The town, the zoo, the park was good too. And like what you said, when they showed the town from above.
And yeah, let's not forget the chicken farm too.
Right. And the pound. Did I say the pound? Maybe I did.
That you did. I was gonna say, but you beat me to it.
So I think they did a
There
good
was,
job with the world building. They
I like
showed
that
a
the
lot of
house
it.
stayed consistent. Like there was no like weird added things to it or it's like different. Like the house layout seemed to be different on certain like spots or positions that they were going for the animation. It was pretty much like I could see the entire layout of the house and how it was structured.
Yep.
Which maybe that belongs more in animation. I don't know, but
It's a little bit of both.
I just like that it wasn't like there was no like true exaggerated moment throughout it. Like, oh, the hallway's now extended because they're having a chase scene or
Right.
things like that. It was like I understood the length and layout of all like the rooms and stuff to the house. Like I know where things are in the house
Now that you
and where the
mentioned
rooms
that,
are.
there
They don't
wasn't-
change.
There was. Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say there wasn't really any Disney magic in this movie, but there was.
I was gonna say another thing too. After Mike mentioned Chase,
Go for it.
like it's also another good aspect on world building is the fact that you actually get to see the town through Tramp's perspective and then Lady's perspective. Rather as them walking through the town as he shows off the different places, all the homes he says that he has, and the different accents he put on. All about the fact that you get to see it when they're running and escaping as well. You actually get a lay of the land from a top angle and like a right there in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing else for world building.
Nope.
That was it for me.
Alright. Emotional impact. I'm going to run through my emotional impact real quick. The cats and the ants pissed me off. The pound was a sad sight. Did Trusty die? That's no good, but then he didn't. And more adorable puppies.
It had a lot of emotional impact, I feel.
Yeah.
And the ant made me super mad. I was super sad when... I was actually really sad because I didn't remember that with, like, Trusty. I was like, no! No, you didn't!
Right? I didn't remember
And
that
then
either.
they go past, I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me! How am I supposed to be like, oh man, that was great?
And it's not like they usually when they do a fake death, they bring him right back. They cut away from him.
Well, yeah, because they had planned on just killing him off, honestly.
Yikes.
Yep. And
Poor
then
Trusty.
Walt, they looked back to the criticism they got for killing off Bambi's mom. And they were like, no, we need to end this on like a good note, so bringing him back. After writing it both ways, they decided like, wow, like, you know, that brings more to the film.
I'm in the same boat as you as well, Joey. Like I hated the cats. I extremely hated the ant. Like the pound, I didn't necessarily find the pound necessarily sad, but more along the lines unsettling, because it gives me the vibes of being in a place by yourself with no one you know whatsoever, so you're uncomfortable. It was an uncomfortable sighting for me.
Yep.
Because I was putting myself in Lady's shoes at the time. And then
Sorry, go
I will say, like, once, like you said, Rusty, like getting injured the way he did, that made me sad. I'm like Mike said, I don't remember that happened. I just didn't. But yeah, I got the same pretty much like, I feel the same exact way that you pretty much felt.
How about you, Kevin?
I don't have much else to add.
Okay.
There was
Oh.
there was something I was gonna say. So you know when you first go to the pound and they're like showing all the dogs?
Mm-hmm.
As I was watching that, it started reminding me of those like commercials they
Yeah,
used
the
to
Sarah
play with the
McLachlan
dogs in the
commercials.
pound. And they're like in the arms and age. I was like, wait a minute, why is this just that commercial? Stop!
Honestly, the commercial probably got the
Yes.
idea from this movie.
In the arms of an angel.
Because like they emphasized the dog's eyes and tears and the zoom ins, and there was just still moments of just dogs being sad, just sitting there, laying there. I'm like, this is hitting a little 1-for-1 right now. I don't like this. It's making me feel things.
So message/theme. I looked it up again, so we limit tangents here. What came?
I'm still gonna go on one.
What came
Don't
up was
judge a book by its cover.
when you make a true and genuine connection with someone, regardless of who they are or where they come from, you never know how they can surprise you or be there to help you when it's needed most.
I don't really like that one. I like don't judge a book by its cover.
I mean, that's cool too.
You know what
it's
I
saying
like?
The same thing.
You know the theme I like?
Oh, jeez.
Treat your animals well.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
one,
I like that.
Other than the
Treat
ant,
them
no
well,
one,
trust them, and take care of them.
other
they
than the
deserve
ant,
it.
no one mistreated their animals, and technically she treated her animals well. So
Yeah, she trusted
Treat
her animals.
Animals well. Pets.
Treat your
Especially if
animals
you're
well,
technically house sitting for a person and their pet.
oh, they were babysitting. They weren't dog sitting.
I mean, it comes with the territory.
That's a bar.
I know she's the worst.
I had to dog sit for someone, and I stayed at their house. You know what I did? I house sat. I cleaned the house. I did
Oh,
everything they
you-
needed me to. I took care of things at their house. I took care of their gardening. And all I was asked to do was take care of the dogs. It comes with the territory.
Huh.
Mike said above and beyond, plus ultra.
Then they're like, in your house, say I take care of the dogs. You know, it goes hand in hand. It's part of. They're trusting you to take care of it.
Yeah, I agree with you, sir. I was just messing with you.
Don't
But that
put in my
is
emotions.
all I have for message/theme. How about you?
Yeah.
That's all I got, really.
Nothing more.
Okay.
Treat your pets right. Treat other people's pets right.
Last segment is legacy. Of course, there was a disclaimer, so that's going to knock it down a few. My wife said that the cat scene used to scare her.
Really?
Yeah, apparently.
I can understand why, but I never
Yeah.
got that vibe.
The cats were incredibly offensive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that within their, like, needless to say, their face.
Yep.
What's weird is as a kid, you know, again, you like, I never picked that up as a kid. Even now, only to like, I think, no, it wasn't as we were going into this. It was around the time we were talking about it that it kind of came to my attention. Like, wait, that was supposed to. Oh, it makes sense. Oh, I never picked that up. I was so dumb.
Right.
I just remember people were like, I don't like that scene. I'm like, I get it. The cats were jerks. That's what I got out of it. And then it was turned out that was the other reason. I was like, oh.
Pure, not dumb.
The grand finale of the fireworks just happened, so don't have to listen to that anymore. Like I said,
Your mic didn't pick them up.
What?
Your mic didn't pick them up.
Oh, that's good. The spaghetti scene is, like I said, is one of the most iconic scenes in movie history, and it's been recreated in so many different shows and movies.
True.
It almost didn't happen.
Really?
Yep, Walt didn't like it.
Oh boy.
Because as much as he wanted the dogs to have human emotions, he couldn't wrap his head around the two dogs like romantically sharing a strand of spaghetti and seeing how dogs normally eat food. I mean, there's no grace to it generally.
Well,
Also, can a dog slurp like with a
not
noodle?
necessarily. They will
Yeah.
more or less keep chomping forward. They won't slurp.
There's your Disney magic.
Boom.
And like I said, for whatever reason, I have memory of Tramp singing, and for whatever reason, I always pictured him singing in a junkyard and singing Hound Dog by Elvis. So maybe that's in the second one.
No,
You
wait
know,
a minute.
when you say that, I see it.
I
Right?
think you're thinking of a different movie.
Maybe I am, but I...
It could be the second one, or is it Oliver and Company?
Maybe. I don't remember ever seeing Oliver and Company, but maybe as
Now I
a
have to
child I just
Google it.
thought it was the same movie because it was a movie about dogs and cats and whatnot.
I just thought about it because when you said it, I was like, it kind of was like playing in my head too. I'm like, wait, that actually does sound kind of familiar.
And then I remember in school learning about...
So,
Oh,
yeah, you ain't nothing but a hound dog, from what I'm looking at.
It is.
Oh, you got it.
It's not a junkyard. Doesn't he sing it on top of the taxi?
From what I'm looking at, it doesn't show me. It just shows me a bunch of pictures of different Disney dogs.
we'll watch Oliver and Company at some point. But I remember, my last memory is I remember learning about Old Faithful and Yellowstone, and every time I watched this movie or learned about that, I always thought about Trusty's grandpappy, Old Reliable.
Oh,
And I don't know if I thought that they were the same, but they have different names, obviously, and I don't know. But the film received an Academy Award nomination for Best Music. The song Bell Whatever was also nominated for Best Original Song. Grammys, Lady and the Tramp won the Grammy Award for Best Recording for Children. The soundtrack... oh, that's just a continuation of that note, so forget that. But that is all I have for Legacy. Do you guys want to mention any memories or anything that you had?
I got nothing.
Well, I have an interesting piece of tidbit information, but I'll let Kevin say if he has any memories first.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't really have any memories. Just the spaghetti scene, like everyone. So nothing. So this is the interesting piece of trivia I figured out. So you guys probably know, but I'm going to read the definition of what a tramp is essentially, it says, is a long-term homeless person who travels from place to place as a vagrant, traditionally walking all year round. But I found out from someone at my work who was he lived through the time that was a thing, that they did that purposely, apparently. They were purposely basically going on strike against, I guess you would say, capitalism. They were saying they didn't want to live under the guidance of having to be ruled by money, so they purposely chose to be homeless and live free off the land as to not be held by society standards. And they would do the things like that. They'd go around, pick whatever food they can, live however they wanted to, pick up any girls or talk to, who basically did whatever they wanted to. And that was a purposeful thing they did.
Right. That is a fun fact right there, sir.
Also, I had to look up a lot of terms and meanings and for this game, or I don't want to say game, but movie, because the one that was like, what is it? He kept calling her Pidge. I was like, Pidge, what the heck does Pidge mean? So I went to look that up as well. It just basically means like female or like young girl, essentially.
Interesting.
Also, something I maybe should have mentioned in animation, I don't remember. So when they're, the time skip happens with a lady and they're, sitting at the thing after she brings in the newspaper and they give her like the donut and coffee.
Yeah.
I had to look it up. Do not give your dogs coffee.
Oh, absolutely.
No matter what this movie says. I was like, wait, can the dog have tea then?
Probably. It's just dirty water.
As well.
He said it's just dirty water.
It's not just dirty water, bro.
Isn't that what coffee would be then too?
Like tea
No,
has
yeah, I guess that's fair.
Tea has a ton of caffeine in it.
No, do not give your dog tea either. Tea is not safe for your furry friend.
Or grapes. A lot of people give their dog grapes, and grapes are bad.
Yeah, same with raisins.
Apparently, it's mostly like caffeine. Caffeine is terrible for dogs. Don't do it. No matter what this movie shows you that it's okay, she likes it. No.
One of my favorite memes of all time was a project that said, "What can a dog eat?" And it was a poster board and it had a bunch of stuff. And in the
you sent me that.
but it said "can't eat." One of them was sand, and it said "reason to sand." And that's one of my all-time favorites.
I love it.
To sand. Anyways, those were some little bits of information I found.
I liked it. So with that, we're going to do our rankings. DeQuandrick, what do you rate the storyline?
The storyline, I'm going to give that a solid 8.
Oops. Press and mult, I gave you an 80. Characters.
Not against that either. But characters, I give the characters a 10.
Interesting.
They did everything they're supposed to do.
Animation,
I'm a little biased towards because just the walking. I'm gonna give that like a 9.
Music,
that's on the end of a 4.
emotion,
Oh, that's a 10 for me.
message,
Message, that's like a 4 for me. I'm be honest.
humor,
That again is like a 4.
world building,
That's an 8 for me.
legacy,
Legacy, once again, as we see, I would give the Legacy more of a 7.
and overall enjoyment.
10.
Final score was 74. Kevin. Storyline.
8.
Characters.
7.
Animation.
6.
Music.
5.
Emotion.
8.
Message.
Um,
Sorry, cracking my knuckles.
Five,
Humor,
4,
world building,
6,
6. Legacy,
8.
and overall enjoyment.
Mm, 8.
All right, that's a final score of 65. Mike, storyline,
I'm gonna give it an 8.
characters,
They're gonna get a 9.
animation,
I'm so torn on this one. I want to give it a 10, but that baby just stands out way too much, so it's a 9.
music,
I think I'm gonna give that a 4.
emotion,
I'm gonna give it an 8.
message,
5.
humor,
Three.
world building,
I'm gonna give that an 8.
legacy,
I think I'll give it an 8.
and overall enjoyment.
It's gonna be a 9.
That is a 71, and I am back on track of being the lowest rated person.
Oh no!
The last 3 I've been the lowest. So, for storyline 7, characters 6, animation 6, music 3, emotion 7, message 6, humor 2, world building 7, legacy 7, and overall enjoyment 8, with a grand total of 59 and a show total of 67.25.
That's a D plus.
I think we need to bump it up a little bit, guys.
I'm surprised, honestly, because I really enjoyed it. I'm surprised that the number was so low.
I'm surprised my number was as low as it was. I thought it would be higher, but then music and
Yeah, music
like,
and message, or music
message,
and humor really
music
brought it
message
down.
and humor, yeah.
That's just the unfortunate part about it. It's like everything about it's great, but it just has some things it just lacks.
Right.
And it's like, it's like we would give it higher if we could.
Well, to be honest, I'm one of the people that I'm okay with less Disney songs in my Disney movies. I kind of like the story more than I like the music.
I'm kind of in the same boat. Sometimes it just becomes like not everything needs to be a song. Everyone likes the songs, and a lot of the songs are great. A lot of them, straight up, bangers. Listen to them, but not everything needs to be a song. But I'd say that's more of an issue for like current Disney.
True.
I disagree.
Yeah, but see, the music is what makes you think of it when you're not watching it.
Yep. Music
No,
is
I
part
think
of
of
the
this
Disney
movie. I thought of
magic.
spaghetti.
Because you know what? Brian the Last Dragon, no music. And you know what I never get to listen to on my way to work or way home? Ryan the Last Dragon. So you know what's never in my brain? Ryan the Last Dragon.
I've never seen
Exactly.
the movie, so
That's
I'm
why you've never
different
seen
because I
it.
liked it. I didn't need it to have music for it to stick in my brain.
for me, it comes down to scenes. What scene was very, very impactful for me? And then when I think of that scene, it just it causes a flash, like a slideshow to play in my head.
Like one of a very more impactful scenes, in my opinion, from Hercules isn't any of the music, which is all great. That's not downplaying it or saying it's bad about it, but it's like the ending scene when he jumps into the pool of souls. That scene there. There's no song to that, but like that scene was detrimental in my head, mostly because it kind of scared me as a child. But as older, it's like a scene that still plays in my head. I'm like, I like that scene. It's like
There's problems
gripping.
with that scene that I'll bring up when we watch that movie.
I don't remember that scene because I only watched Hercules once.
Wow. You need to watch
And
it
got
again.
all the way through on top of that.
But speaking
Like
of
songs
scenes,
are good.
speaking of scenes, we'll move on to Riley's emotion. So, what was everyone's favorite and least favorite moment of the movie?
Oh,
Dequan.
my favorite
Oh.
moment. Oh my god! So hear me out. I don't have a favorite moment because every time the lady was on the camera, that was my favorite moment. Like every time, even when she's in the pound, I still love it because lady's there and she's adorable. My least favorite scene though was any scene that involved the auntie. I just don't like that lady at
Yeah.
all. Like, yes, Tramp messed up with being rambunctious and whatnot, but it wasn't enough to make me hate that scene. It was an honest to goodness mistake.
Yeah. Kevin?
So this is a weird one for me, because my favorite scene, it's a toss up between the Siamese cats and Bellanotte,
Oh boy. I think.
but it's gonna have to be Bellanotte.
I was going to say, I think
right?
that's got to be an easy choice.
But see, it's weird because then here comes part two, right? My least favorite scene.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Do
know.
it. Do it.
I almost want to say the Siamese cats, right? it's like almost my favorite, but at the same time, it's my least favorite for totally different reasons. If that makes any sense at all.
Yep. Yep. Mike, what about you?
For a favorite scene, I'd say literally just from the moment Lady and Tramp kind of like go out together, literally up until where they end looking off onto like the city in that like because it like that scene where it like looks like a painting of them sitting on top of the hill with all the other people around the park. Literally from the moment they meet up to the moment of that is my favorite scene. It unfortunately starts off rough because of the muzzle thing, but after that, up to the point of them just having a good time, that just captured that whole scene. That's my favorite moment.
Oh, yeah. What about
Least favorite? Anytime that Ant was on screen, please kick her off, kick her out.
Yeah.
Control Alt Delete.
So for me, the favorite is no brainer. It's the scene behind Tony's.
Yeah,
Can't be anything else. And then least favorite. Now the aunt is terrible, but she's very, very critical to the plot of the movie. So I'm going to say that the racist song is my least favorite part of the movie.
You know something funny about this is Kevin mentioned that his least favorite, well, one of his least favorite and one of his favorites was Siamese cats. And the funny thing about that is I'm gonna hit you guys with a throwback right now. That entire scene was very reminiscent to Tom and Jerry. So I just want to.
We haven't mentioned Tom and Jerry in a while.
It's very reminiscent to that.
Someone brought it back. The man who started it too.
Like, I just wanted to say that with like all the furniture and everything getting destroyed, and the cat egging on the other opposing force. So yeah, it was nicely animated.
So this one's got to be pretty easy. Favorite and least favorite song.
I don't have one. Okay, if I'm going off based off of like what song is stuck in my head, then the Siamese Cat song is my favorite because it's stuck in my head. And my least favorite is also the Siamese Cat song because it's stuck in my head.
See?
Kevin.
Favorite song is Bellanotte, and for least favorite, I'd have to say he's a tramp.
All right, Mike.
I'm kind of stuck between a tie between Bellanotte and He's a Tramp. I actually liked it. I thought it was very catchy. I kind of liked it. Kind of has like the good like finger snap type of song to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But least favorite is probably going to be Baby, because it's just such a weirdly structured song. I don't even know if I would really consider it a song, but it technically is.
Yeah, it's more like poetry and talking more so than singing.
Yeah, like it's just such a strange song, which I can kind of appreciate, but it would be least favorite for me.
Yeah. So for me, it's easy peasy, Bellanotte. And least favorite, easy peasy, is the Siamese cats. And favorite and least favorite characters, and I'm gonna guess we know DeQuadrick's favorite and least favorite.
My favorite character is 100% Lady. Like Anton. No, I'm just kidding. Lady. Lady's my favorite character, hands down. Like, and my least favorite character, like, most people think the cats. No, the cats are being cats. That's what they do. All right. Well, but it's the aunt. That lady blows.
Yep. Kevin.
I don't know. I was gonna go with Trusty as favorite, but I think I gotta give it to Tramp. And least favorite. I don't like the cats.
What?
What?
You had their song as your favorite and their song as your second favorite moment, but they're your least favorite characters.
That's what I'm saying, man. It is an emotionally that whole scene, right? It's like I remember it, and it's like it's always in my head, right? But then when you that's just at face value. But then when you get deep into it, like, man, those cats are menacing. They're just there to be evil and cruel, and like they do it on purpose, and they frame Lady and this and that. Oh, and they're trying to steal food from the baby. Like, there's nothing good about it, but it's catchy. It's like we are Siamese, it's like like come on. But it's like a dark scene at the same time.
It is. They've written. It's like a creepy but joyful song. It's so it's so weird how they did the duality. It's strange.
Yes, it's very well done. So I hate it and love it at the same time.
All right, Mike. What about you?
Favorite character is, I'm gonna say Lady, but it could also be Tramp. Like Tramp is up there, but I'm gonna give it to Lady. Get a little bit slight buff because the absolute adorableness.
The floof.
The floof. It's the floofy ears. It won me over. I saw her run once. I saw a floof. I was like, oh, he won. And least favorite is gonna be Trusty. I'm kidding, the Ant. Yeah, it sucks.
For me, we're gonna go for. Wait, Kevin, did you say Tramp?
Yes.
Oh, never mind. Not a clean sweep. I'm gonna say Lady, because obviously, and least favorite has got to be the cats. Gotta be.
So something I want to point out within the character category here is I find this hilarious. So Lady and Tramp have puppies, but they only have 4 puppies, which is odd because there's usually a litter of 6, which means maybe she just didn't have them. Maybe they passed. Hopefully they didn't pass. But the thing that I find odd is
that they're not mixed. They're just carbon copies of them.
Yeah, there's 3 ladies and then 1 Tramp. Like, what is going on here?
Not
and
really
if I'm correct, the genders are the same too.
Absolutely.
Not really how puppies work, but
no, it's just like a cloning thing. That's all it works.
All right, boys, so it's time for Genie's Inbox Extravaganza, and it is time for my first live stream ever, and I am super anxious about it. I'm super anxious about people actually coming and I have to interact with them, and I'm also super anxious about nobody coming and have to deal with the disappointment of that.
I like the honesty.
Why'd you frame it like that, bro?
I appreciate. I like the honesty.
All right, we're gonna share it to
Mike,
as much
you didn't
people as
tell me
possible.
this.
Wait, what didn't I tell you?
As Joey gets that together, you didn't tell me that Lady made a cameo in Kingdom Hearts.
Wait, what? Wait, which one?
The first one, I assume.
Oh, wait, yeah. They're at the what is it? The 3rd district, I think it is, in Traverse Town. They're a statue. Both Lady and the
they're a
Tramp.
statue. I thought they were actually like.
No. In the 3rd district of the game, where you fight the first. Well, he's not really the first boss, but technically the first boss. They're the golden area with the fountain. That is a statue of a Lady and the Tramp.
Oh, okay, neat.
Yeah.
Hey, Dream Along With Us is here. Hey, how's it going? So what we're doing is a Q&A about Lady and the Tramp or anything Disney related.
Oh God, Kevin, why did you sing it?
See?
I started humming it for a split second.
It is catchy.
Also, Mike, I believe that Hound Dog song was used in 2 Disney movies, one being Lilo and Stitch and the other one The Fox and the Hound.
Ooh, actually, yeah, it might have been Fox and the Hound I was
Dog.
thinking of. Lilo and Stitch, though, I thought it was a different Elvis song.
Nope, it is indeed
Hey,
Hound
thanks for
Dog.
the sharing of the stream. Do you have any questions for us? Oh, there's a bunch of people joining. I can't say hi to everyone, so hi everyone. We're doing a Q&A for Lady and the Tramp or anything Disney movie or park related. Fire away. Unfortunately, you
doesn't
can't
realize
hear my
he has-
co-host because they are not on the chat. They're in my ear.
Here, I thought that they can hear us. I was scared.
No, you guys can't be heard. Holy cow, we already got 60 likes. I'm popular. No questions yet, though.
I love the
He's popping
enthusiasm.
off.
I love the enthusiasm.
It's like when you make a tweet and you get 1 like and 2 retweet, or 1 retweet and 2 likes. Guys, I'm
Right.
popping off.
For anyone that joined since my last announcement, I need questions so that we can have it for the podcast. Any questions related to Disney, Lady and the Tramp, parks, movies, your favorite movie, whatever you want. Hey, my co-host just liked the live. Thanks, man.
This
Hey,
Simon's cat song is haunting my brain.
Dream Along With Us said I am better at talking than I am asking, and they are a very good follow. Anybody listening, anybody watching, go follow them.
Somebody help me. I need this Simon's cat song out of my head.
No.
Thanks for the follow. Still got no questions, though. Come on, people. It's going to be very awkward when people listen to it on Monday.
Gonna have to supercut edit this one.
This guy's hilarious.
As you can see, I'm not alone. My co-hosts are here. So it's not just me. They want to know your
What
questions
up?
too. They can't hear you, Mike.
I
What?
said what
Oh.
up. You showed the screen though, they could see it lighting up.
Oh, it's not showing the screen anymore. That is a
Wait,
lot of
what?
Funko Pops. It's
I was trying to coincide. I was trying to match it up. All right, it didn't work.
it's over 200, I
Better
believe.
timing. I know how we can interact with them.
How are you going to interact with them, Dequan?
I don't actually. The thought came to my mind and immediately vanished.
Which was the first one? I will show you. It's not very good for podcast listeners, but
There's
this
the
one.
steamboat shoes.
Oh, now I'm telling you, bro, I need some shoes.
This one was my first one. My uncle hates Roman Reigns, but I was a fan, so he bought it for me as a joke. And I hated Funko Pops before this, and then it has spiraled out of control since then.
You know, I thought of a question, but it's a question only Joey can really answer.
Okay, let's hear it, Mike.
Oh, still? Oh, okay. I was just gonna say, what property from Disney that doesn't have a Funko Pop that you wish did, or like character or something? That's one I just thought
So
of.
Mike asked, for the watchers here, Mike asked what property from Disney doesn't have a Funko Pop that I wish did. That is a good question, Mike. I would easily say Hannah Montana, but they just made her a Funko Pop.
Did they really?
They did for Disney 100. They made her a Funko
That's
Pop.
wicked.
I don't know. I think they all have, like Goofy Movie has them, so I can't even say that.
Brother Bear.
That's a good one, brother. Kevin, my co-host, said Brother Bear. That's a good one. Animals don't really look that well. I had Mufasa and I got rid of him because he was just weird.
Don't got a Mufasa like that, you mad
Wait,
lad.
he got rid of Mufasa just like the movie did.
Scar!
Nobody watches Brother Bear. Oh,
That's the problem. The problem is nobody watches Brother Bear.
they weren't a fan of that.
Ooh. Ooh. Pain.
I
Help
would
me,
love to go
brother.
live with you, but unfortunately, we have too many voices going on in the podcast already. So maybe another time. Someone asked me to go live with them.
Now I got Mufasa
Hey,
screaming.
Doomstream
Scar.
right there is my co-host.
That was your opportunity. I think that was your opportunity.
Oh,
bro.
it's asking me to go live with you. I'm sorry. Forget what I said.
We are saying me.
Kevin, you're watching the live. Is my voice okay in there? I'm using a microphone.
I don't know. I can't hear you.
Ah.
Otherwise, hold on. Let me see.
I need more questions, guys. I'm doing a live Q&A. How'd it sound?
Yep, sounds good.
Oh, thanks, man.
Welcome.
Doing a live Q&A for a Disney podcast. Any questions? Mike, I think I'm going to say Disney. What's your favorite Disney snack? Okay. I'm assuming you mean parks, because what else would a Disney snack be? Mini corn dogs from Casey's Corner. Dequan, what's your favorite Disney snack?
My favorite Disney snack? Like, what is my favorite Disney snack actually? I've never had to think about this. I'll pass the question to Kevin.
All right, Kevin,
All right,
what's
man.
your
I
favorite
gotta get it
Disney
every
snack?
time. They're very. People speak out often about them being not of great quality and, just very meh. But I got a thing for the Mickey pretzels with that salty kind of bitter cheese dip. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I got a thing for them.
So for the people
Or
on
the Mickey bars.
Yes. So people on the podcast or on the live stream, sorry, DeQuandrick said pass, and Kevin said Mickey pretzels or Mickey bars. Mike,
So I haven't been to the parks since I was a wee little one. So I have no memory whatsoever. But I will just say I like the Star Wars Coke and Star Wars Sprite. Because it's just Coke and Sprite, but it's Star Wars themed.
Mike said Coke and Star Wars Sprite because he hasn't been to the parks. I'm gonna add a live goal. I don't know what that is, but we'll see.
Huh.
Anyone else have
I
any
kinda
other
have a question.
questions? What'd you say, Mike?
So I think I kind of have a question.
Okay.
If you had to pick one Disney song, because I feel like it's a little relevant from our conversation earlier, if you had to pick one Disney song to be your theme song, which one would you pick?
So Mike just asked. Thank you, Dream Along With Us. Thank you for showing the support, and I look forward to your next live stream. And like I said, go follow them if you haven't already. Mike said, what would your Disney theme song be? And I'm assuming you mean any Disney song as the theme song?
Yeah, like, you essentially, what song would be for you as a theme song from, like, Disney?
The Quandrick, what say you?
If I had to have choose my own Disney theme song, oh man, that's a toughie.
Well, I'm here
Let's
for you
see.
to ask those deep questions.
If I had to choose one in particular, the craziest part is the only song that's coming to mind and just like attacking my brain is "How Far I'll Go,"
Oh,
and like I wouldn't choose that, but it's the only thing that's popping in my brain. So therefore, I would choose that one.
So Dream Along With Us answered in the live stream. They said HEA, and I didn't know what that meant, and then they said it again, and they said Happily Ever After. That's a great choice.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
And Aquandric, I'm sorry, I was not listening. I was trying to figure out what HEA stood for.
Oh, okay. Like I said, like the only song that kept coming to mind is How Far I Go, but like that's not the song I would choose. But since I can't think of another song, that's the one I'm going with.
Well, when I'm saying theme song, I'm saying like something that fits to you, right? So what would you pick that fits to you?
There's nothing else that's coming to mind but that song. That's the problem.
The Quandric said How Far I'll Go. Kevin, what about you?
Man, this is a hard one. There's so many songs.
Isn't it?
I think this might just be because we just talked about it, and it's very underrated. Maybe Look Through My Eyes, Brother Bear.
Oh, what about Phil Collins though?
Because empathy, man. The world would be a better place with a lot more empathy.
What about Phil Collins?
What do you say about Phil Collins, the Quandric?
Yeah, what about his music?
His music's
Yeah.
great. Mike, what about you?
So for me, there's two, and I think I'll go with the other one since Dino said How Far I'll Go.
Mm-hmm.
I can never remember what the whole name is, but it's from Treasure Planet. It's
Oh,
I think
would
it's like
help you, but I've never seen that movie.
I'm
But I
trying
know
to
what
think.
you're
like,
talking about.
Yeah, it's like
If anyone knows the
I
answer
want
out
a
there,
moment to be real.
What's the most famous song from Treasure Planet? I'll
I'm
see if
Still
you can
Here.
answer. I'm Still Here. There you go.
Yes, that's the one. That's the one. Just because I like the line, like I want a moment to be real. Kind of nice. And it's a song I actually really like a lot too.
So for me, I would like to say Go the Distance, but that's just because it's my favorite song.
Wait a minute.
Friend in Me. No, yeah, You Got a Friend in Me from Toy Story. I think that will be my theme song.
Crap!
What?
I mixed it up. How Far I'll Go? I mixed that up with Go the Distance. I heard Dino say it and it changed in my brain.
Over two different things, brother.
Yeah! No!
So anyone,
It was Go the Distance I was thinking of.
so anyone that's watching that doesn't understand what's happening, I'm on a podcast right now with my buddies, and we need questions for Disney. Anything goes. Disney movies, Disney parks, Bob Iger, whatever.
Honestly, Hakuna Matata could work for me as well.
It means no worries.
It does mean
Yeah.
no worries. That's a good theme song. Hakuna Matata.
Just try
It
to live
is.
my life peacefully.
Speaking of theme songs, today I posted a video about Disney going too hard, and I used the song DuckTales
Yeah.
for theme song.
Yeah, that was good. I think I listened to that like twice just because I wanted to hear it again. Because it's so good.
Who else is here with Kevin? Oh, nope, they left, I think, unfortunately. Anyone got any questions? I have 5,000 likes already. I think that's pretty impressive.
Let me see. I have a question. What is your favorite Disney animal?
Favorite Disney animal?
Yep.
Well, does creature count for that for an animal, or
Well, I
does it
don't
have
think
to be
so,
like a traditional?
Because then Stitch is going to be the answer.
Like when I'm thinking of animal, I'm thinking like traditional, not like other.
Yeah, so no creatures.
Yeah, no, or otherworldly creatures, animals.
Can
I think I know. Or maybe I don't. I was gonna say I think I know what Kevin's would be.
do that.
What would mine be?
If I was thinking, I would have thought the dog from Up.
Doug?
Doug?
Is that his name?
Yeah.
I never
That
watched
is
Up.
his name.
You've never seen Up? Mike, what?
No.
I'm like, what?
He's
Did
like,
you just stop watching Disney 15 years
What
ago?
was it? Oh. He was like first Encanto, and now this. What? Well, no, it's not that I did. I never watched the movie. I actually don't even have a reason. I never sat down and watched it.
Well, you're in for a treat.
I watched I think it came around the same time, but I've seen Wall-E.
Wall-E
Wait,
came out
no,
the
I saw that
year
later.
before. 2 years before?
Okay, so actually I lied. I did see Wall-E, but I saw that much later. Much later. So that doesn't count. Wait, what Disney movies came out around that time? I'm about to look up because I need to figure out what
Princess and
have
the
I
Frog,
seen.
Wall-E, Tangled, Frozen.
Okay, wait. They're color coded, so this should be easy.
Yep.
Where was that at?
2009.
Oh, wait, I found it. Haha. Okay, I did see Princess and the Frog. I saw Toy Story 3. I saw Tangled. I saw Cars 2. I saw Brave. I saw Frankenweenie. I've seen Wreck-It Ralph. And I'm talking about around the time. I hate Frozen. I guess I should stop
that
there.
he hasn't seen.
I'm just running through them because I'm trying to see. Wait, where's Up on this list?
It's white, bro.
Oh, it's the very first
Yeah.
one that isn't in red. Oh, because it's Pixar. That's
Yep,
why.
yep,
Okay.
yep,
So yeah, I just didn't see it. I don't know.
I'm going to be live for 5 more minutes, so anyone out there that wants to get me a question so I can answer it, send it. DeQuandra and Kevin and I have not answered that. Did anyone answer that question that Mike asked?
I didn't ask it. It was
No, it
Dino
was.
that asked it.
I asked
I'm
the
sorry, I'm so
question,
flustered
but
right now.
it went from Doug to Up to Mike not watching Up to Mike naming movies he hasn't watched.
I'm looking up all the
hey,
Disney
Kevin.
animals right now so I can see who can I pick that I like.
Well, I think my personal favorite.
any
I
pops of
might
anyone?
regret this, but I think my personal favorite is Todd from
That's
Fox
good.
and the Hound.
Todd's a good pick, Dequan. Does Winnie the Pooh count as a bear, or is he a stuffed animal?
He's a bear. Within the book. He is a live animal. He's
Is
not
he?
just a stuffed animal. Yes, that's the Disney magic.
Is Winnie the Pooh a real animal, or is he a stuffed animal?
Within the book, yes.
I'm asking the live streamers, because I don't trust you.
You don't trust me.
So
Okay.
I've always understood him as a stuffed animal.
I'm looking. There's
Oh.
so many good ones,
Yeah.
man.
Someone
what?
in the live stream said stuffed animal. What's his
Wait.
username? Doom Shroom?
Because like,
It's on the internet. It must be true.
wait a minute. Okay, question: does Pegasus from Hercules count?
I mean,
That's
technically it's a
interesting.
mythological creature, so no.
Okay, so then my next question is: does Robin Hood count?
Robin Hood doesn't.
Yes, he.
Oh,
Robin
Robin
Hood
Hood's
counts.
he's a sentinel animal. I mean, I guess Winnie the Pooh is too.
Anthro. He's Anthro, but yes, he counts. He's an animal.
Okay. Well, I just realized who mine
Wait
would
a
be.
minute.
It's Remy
In-
from Ratatouille. Easy.
Ooh,
That's a good
pick.
one. That's a
pick.
good one. That's a good one.
That's a solid pick.
Getting a bunch of invites to join people's lives, and I don't want to do that.
I'm so
I'm answering
kind
a
of
question.
torn
Send me a question.
because
Come on, send me a question.
I like Mushu,
Booby
but I
007.
also
Mushu.
like
Mushu
Abu.
is a mythological creature.
Oh yeah, dragon. That yeah, okay. Okay, so never mind on that.
My co-hosts are trying to figure out their favorite Disney animal.
Kevin, have you thought of one?
Dequan said
I mean, I've
Todd.
thought of so many. I'm like, there's Pascal, right? Abu,
What about the pig from Moana?
Pua,
Pua's good.
or
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, is not good.
I don't know. I think my knee jerk reaction was Kala.
Kala?
Who's that?
Yeah, Tarzan.
Oh.
Is that his mom?
Yeah.
Ah.
You know, Mike's favorite. I'll tell you guys Mike's favorite. Mike's favorite is Chicken Little.
Chicken Little is goaded.
But Remy's really good.
Remy is
Yeah,
the
Remy.
best. Remy's
I think
the
Remy's
answer.
gonna be the best pick because everyone I'm looking at, I'm like, I don't really know. Like, yes, but no.
I'm just
I mean,
saying.
Dante from Coco's pretty.
Dante's a mythical
I like
creature,
Dante.
I'm amazed all you ignore the goat.
Is he?
known as
He's a
Pluto.
street. He's a street dog.
though. No, he's not. At the end, he's revealed as a spirit.
Yeah, but that doesn't
What?
mean he's
A
still
dog
alive. He's still a
spirit?
street, just like Miguel.
Mike, you
exists
gotta
in the
chose
spirit
Zero.
world doesn't mean he's not a boy.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Zero.
Zero is
Well,
a dog.
I was stuck.
I think you
I was
guys are
thinking I
getting.
might go with Abu from Aladdin.
Zero doesn't count.
I don't
He's
think
Zero
dead.
doesn't count. Were we sure?
Zero
Wait, why
counts
doesn't
just as
Zero
much as
count?
Dante
I mean,
does.
Zero seems to be
Wait,
a
no,
dog that
because
passed away.
Dante's an actual dog.
Zero
Zero's a
was an
ghost.
actual dog.
Zero was an actual dog too.
Was,
Dante's not
But
an
we
actual
don't
dog. He's a
know him
spirit.
as an actual dog. Listen, we don't know Zero as an actual dog. We know Zero as an apparition.
That's true. Why'd you
Oh,
say
no, it's
life
true.
like that?
I got
Hold up,
four
hold
top
up,
viewers.
hold up.
Can you guys please send questions? I'm only going to be live for one more minute.
Hold up. I'm looking this up.
What are you looking at?
Oh God! Oh my God! You don't want to know how Zero died.
Jesus, I
God, it
don't
was
want to know.
awful.
Yeah, see, guess what? We don't know that because we don't know him as a living animal.
Oh my God! You don't want to know how any of the Nightmare Before Christmas characters went the way they did. Let's just not talk about that. You know? Let's just next question.
I'm
Yeah.
counting it. It is a real dog because apparently his face, like the head part, is very much apparently inspired by. I always hate having to say this name because I can never pronounce it.
It's inspired. That's
Dutchhound?
Yes, Dutchhound. Thank you. I was like Dushin I was like, that's not right at all. How?
inspired by.
Dutchhound. I was like, that's not right. How do you say? Dutchhound. Yes.
All right. Well, I'm not
So
getting
Zero.
any questions, so I'm going to have to leave the live stream. Thank you to anybody that's been here since the start, and thank you for anybody that's here, really. Peace
So
out.
like everyone has asked one question. Like Joey, you asked a question, didn't you? Right?
I did not ask a question.
I know me and Mike have. Kevin, have you?
You have not asked the question.
All right. I need a question from you and Joey.
Hold on, you can't put me on the spot like this.
All right, Joey goes first then.
I have to
Well,
ask
I
a
know.
question?
I need you to ask us a question as me and Mike asked the question.
Okay. The question... What? Here's a great question. Fantastic question. I wish I would have been live still to ask this question. What other universe out there by any company would you like to see be made into the Disney universe or the Pixar universe?
Now, this company I would like to see will be Blizzard because I think that I can see some very good Overwatch movies made by Disney and very good World of Warcraft movies made by Disney.
Actually, I can understand that because the cutscenes for Overwatch, well, not cutscenes, but the trailers were very much Pixar-esque.
Oh yes, absolutely. It gave me Big Hero 6 vibes.
Mm-hmm. Don't you dare compare that game to that movie ever again, but I'll let it slide.
So what movie would you make from them in the Disney or Pixar universe?
Oh, I will make an Overwatch movie. I will make an
Yeah, you
Overwatch
said
movie,
that.
and it will be
My
a
bad.
blockbuster hit.
Okay. Kevin, what about you?
I have no idea.
All right, we'll
I don't
see.
know.
Mike?
I'm looking through and thinking real quick because I'm trying to think what could they do well, you know.
All
That's
right,
where the biggest thought is for me right now.
So for me, I'm debating between 3 actually, but really
Oh, yeah?
2. I added a third just because. So the first one is Harry Potter. I think a Pixar
Ooh.
Harry Potter would be incredible.
That would be pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie.
Or a Pixar Justice League movie would probably be pretty great. So
Yes.
with that, I also thought since Disney already owns Marvel, they could just make a Marvel movie.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they kind of do it with cartoons pretty much, but
Yeah.
you know, cartoons and movies are drastically different.
Oh yeah.
And essentially Big Hero 6.
Well,
Yeah,
Big Hero
Marvel.
6 is a Marvel movie technically.
That's true. I always forget about that.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think because I've thought of some, but it wouldn't fit is the issue.
All right, well, we have 9 minutes till the limit of the podcast length.
Trying to think, because it's hard, okay? Because I'm like thinking, like, Kingdom Hearts is the easiest thing they could ever do. They own literally almost, I think, either half or more of the property.
More than half.
So,
Sure.
but it's technically already Disney. But they could make a movie or something with it, which would be
I
kind
said
of cool.
Marvel, and Marvel's already Disney.
Yeah, he did say a movie.
I was thinking like something that isn't part of the franchise.
Well, I mean, that was the heart and the spirit of the question, but, you know, gotta make sacrifices.
Actually,
Cut some
I mean,
corners.
it's really obscure, but I think it would be cool. But it's just because I really want the story for it. But it's a video game called Smite.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Finally, start making something of the lore. They keep talking about it in the game and everything, but they don't ever show anything. Let's put it to action.
All right, Kevin, you're the last one here, and you got I'm gonna assume about 5 minutes.
About 5 minutes. I don't know. I'm trying to think of different ones, but all I can think of now that Joey said it is Harry Potter.
Because it would be amazing.
Yes. That's all I can think about now.
Just imagine little Harry, Hermione, and Ron in the classic Pixar 3D animation. The amount of magic they could do. Oh,
Exactly.
You know, it's something I want. A cyberpunk themed movie from Disney. Not like based off the game, but the world of cyberpunk.
oh,
Maybe
Something that has like that cyberpunk aesthetic. Like something like that
Would
looks like
you
Deus Ex,
say
Blade Runner.
Treasure Planet is kind of.
That's more space themed
Well,
than
yeah.
like cybertech. Like cybertech, I'm thinking of like a whole like city that is based in technology, neon lights, bright
What am I thinking of with all the
bright
the
lights and
gears
dark atmosphere. With like rainy atmosphere as well.
What am I thinking of with like the gears and the steampunk? My bad.
Oh yeah, that would be more steampunk.
Yeah, my bad.
Now, cyberpunk's like big cities, but like also run-down areas, big neon lights, dark, rainy, stormy. It would just be a cool atmosphere for an animated movie, I think.
Okay.
Kevin, have you came up with one?
No, I don't know. I'm trying to think of how to answer a question while still trying to come up with a question at the same time.
Look what you did, Dino.
That's fine.
I
That's
didn't
fine.
mean to.
You put them in so much pressure.
We had 243 watchers.
Let's go.
That's a lot of watchers.
Thank you to everyone who stopped by.
The top watcher was Doomshroom at 20 minutes.
Hey.
Legend.
Make sure y'all come in with some good questions.
And
we
the
like
second top
questions.
watcher
As you can
was
see,
Dream
we're
Along with
masters
Us.
at answering them.
But I think that's going to do it because I don't think Kevin is going to be able to come up with a question, unfortunately.
I'll come up with one for next week.
Don't worry, boss. You'll get them next time.
So, DeQuandrick, where can the people find you?
Dinomon at Twitter.
Kevin's Radio Silent on social media.
Yes, sir.
Mike, where can the people find us on Twitter or YouTube?
You got us on the Twitter with the T to the M to an O to an A with an underscore pod. And YouTube is Magic Animation Podcast.
For anybody that isn't a Fergalicious fan, it's TMOA underscore pod. You can find me at TikTok, so you can join the live Q&A if you want, if we do it again. At People Call Me Joey with underscores in between each word. You can find us on TikTok at The Magic of Animation with underscores in between each word. And on, did I say Instagram? I don't know. TikTok and Instagram, we're out there. You'll find us. And if you want to email questions in, you can email us at themagicofAnimation@gmail.com. And next week's episode. What is next week? Will I be
What is
here?
next
Yeah.
week?
Yes, I'll be here next week. We'll be here
What
next
is-
week. 2 weeks
what
we
is
will
next
not
week?
be here.
What is next week's episode?
It is Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping
Oh god, we're back to the
Beauty.
boring stuff.
What? Oh wait, why did I mistake that for Beauty and the Beast? I'm so dumb. I literally was thinking of Belle when I read that title. Something with like the S and the B, and it made me think, oh, Beauty. The word Beauty made me just think of Beauty and the
We're
Beast.
super far away from Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, that's why I was so confused when he said we're back to the boring stuff. I'm like, what? I thought you liked that though.
So follow us on Spotify, follow us on TikTok, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to us on YouTube. I don't know what the word is on Twitter or X, whatever that stupid app is called nowadays. So that you can listen to Sleeping Beauty. I forgot what it was already. And remember, they all lived happily ever animated.
They actually did this time.
That's true.